cold in here.
All right, we'd like to welcome Harry Hall, our newest ISCO Championship winner. Harry was an exciting fashion, and five-man playoff. Hadn't had one of those for a while. Just talk about that exciting finish, one on the third extra hole with a chip in, and you showed a lot of emotion when that happened. What was that feeling like?
Before I chipped that, I was thinking Phil Rowe would have loved for me to win a PGA Tour event by chipping it in. And he was my coach in college, and just walking up to that chip, he thought I was thinking about him. So, yeah, that was really nice.
To get into the playoff, I know you coming down the stretch, you hit it out of bounds on 15, but then that up and down on 18 was so crucial for you. Can you just talk us through that chip and what was going on with that?
Yeah, hit a pretty good shot out of the bunker, and it landed right next to the hole and it bounced a long way over the back, and it's probably fortunate to stay up, but it wasn't a nice lie actually, and I was standing on the rock, and the rock was wobbly, and as I took the club back to chip it, the rock moved, but it didn't really affect the shot. I just hit it a little bit too hard, but it was great up and down. Pearson hold that putt right in front of me, and you know, it was just a 2% left to right and about 10 foot away, and I hit so many of those. So.
And then the first playoff hole too, that was an impressive bunker shot from the front left. Talk about that. Is that something that you're comfortable with, that long bunker shot?
I mean, I grew up at West Cornwall Golf Club, which is basically on the beach back in Cornwall in England, and we didn't really have a driving range, and all we had is a chipping green and, you know, 18 holes of golf. So I spent my life in the sand, and you know, I was really comfortable with that. That was just a Callaway 54 degree. Just splashed it out there and let it run down next to the pin.
It's your first victory on the PGA Tour. Also, it counts as a DP World Tour victory as well. Coming from England, how does that set up for you in the future with access to both tours as a tournament winner?
Yeah, I'm really happy actually, because I turned pro in 2019, played the Walker Cup and got a couple of exemptions over there, and I was scheduled to go to the Hero Indian Open, and COVID happened, and it kept me kind of in the US, and I had conditional status on the Corn Ferry Tour, and you know, I haven't really been able to play over there since, and it's been a while, but hopefully this gets me into some of the signature events back in the UK that I can go and play in front of a home crowd, and yeah, that would be really nice.
And you've got some life-changing things happening. I believe you were entered next week, but your wife is due to deliver a baby on Friday, is that right?
Yeah, the due date's Friday. She's scheduled to induce on Tuesday just because I was at a point in the FedEx Cup where I kind of needed to play them all, and you know, she'd do anything for me. She's a star, and hopefully she can do whatever she wants now. So, yeah, so I might not play next week, but I probably won't.
Okay. Jared, you have a question?
First, congratulations. There was a moment on 12 fairway where your caddy was talking to you, and it looked like he was recentering you, almost trying to ground you there. Can you talk about what he was telling you, and also the relationship with the caddy and the importance there?
Yeah, Brian's been on my bag now for, this is our third week, and he's a very experienced caddy. Really helped me the last month kind of get my game where it needs to be able to compete out here and obviously win now, and so grateful for him. We've been prepping the best I've ever prepped before, and we talked through every single round, and yeah, I can't remember that moment on 12, but I did tell him walking up 13, I said, Brian, ask me what am I 3 times before I get to the green, and I was just going to reply with great putter. Coach Knight at UNLV used to say that to me. I probably wasn't the best putter when I got to college, and he just, every time he saw me, go, Harry, what are you? And I'd say, great putt, coach. And if I wasn't in the right frame of mind, I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't be thinking about it. And I think that kept me in the right frame of mind. And yeah, he asked me 3 times. He kept asking me. Yeah, I think he asked me actually walk into 9 there, that third playoff hole. H, what are you? I said, great putter.
You also mentioned in an interview with Golf Channel that you'd gone and seen Butch Harmon just recently. Just talk about that a little bit too, and what influence he had.
Yeah, I've never really had a coach. Growing up, there was a local pro back in Cornwall called Wayne Graham, who I saw probably from since I could walk to 15, 16, and then went to the States and had Philip Rowe as the assistant coach there. But I haven't really had a coach since college, and you know, my game's been based around just putting and chipping and getting in the hole. And I thought, you know, I've always thought if I could get to the next level, I'd probably have to hit it a little bit better. And you know, Butch had some time for me a month and a half ago, and that was the first time I ever seen him before. And we spent 2 sessions together in the 3 weeks off that I had, and yeah, my iron play ever since has been fantastic.
If anybody has a question for Harry, just let microphone right here.
Harry, congrats on the win and everything. What does this do for the rest of your career, and what you're doing, want to do going forward?
Yeah, I would love a green jacket. That's always been my goal growing up, and this is just one step closer to that. You know, cementing myself on the PGA Tour for the next couple of years, and proving that I can win out here, proving that you know, I'm solid under pressure and my game's right there it needs to be. So, yeah, I think no one can ever take this away from me now. And coming from such a small place back at home, I think you know, being a PGA Tour winner is really cool, and still going to look forward, still going to prep every week and do my best to try and achieve those long-term goals.
All right, question here.
Harry, you win this tournament in a playoff, but there were a lot more golfers in this tournament than you probably expected to be in the tournament. So how exciting is it for you to go against everybody in the tournament and come out as a winner?
Yeah, massive. I mean, this is an opposite field event, but it's still a quality field, still great players from Europe, still great players from the US, and you know, just to win any event's really tough, right? And this is a step up from me winning on the Corn Ferry Tour, and you know, this tournament's had a good vibe all week. It's been fantastically run, and yeah, I'm super happy to, you know, to beat 156 guys, you know, over 4 days is really cool, and to do it in a playoff. I won on the Corn Ferry Tour in a playoff a couple of years ago, and I think just winning a playoff as well just tests your nerves a little bit more and tests your mettle, and yeah, thankfully I'm a hard rock.
Have you ever been in a 5-man playoff before?
Yeah, I've been in I think I've been in a 9-for-3 playoff, trying to qualify for the ISCO Championship on the Corn Ferry Tour. I played a playoff growing up. It was a little junior tournament, but it went 9 holes. It was sudden death, and it went 9 holes, and I managed to win that one too. So, yeah, I've been in a few playoffs.
Anything else for Harry?
Now, Harry, back to me. Every athlete, after they play an event or a game, they go back and look at what their weaknesses were. What do you think your weaknesses might be from this tournament that you might need to work on as you prepare for your next tournament?
I can't.
Hear.
Yeah, can you speak a little bit louder,
Okay,
please?
every athlete goes back and look at what they've done and what their weaknesses were. So what do you think your weaknesses were in this event, and what you need to work on as you prepare for your next event? Yeah,
definitely just off the tee, being a little bit more of a laser, you know, like hitting my dispersions a little bit better. That was definitely the weakest part of my game, both strokes gained and probably what I feel right now, I would imagine. And, you know, I've got quite a very long, loose swing, and Butch is trying to get it a little bit shorter, and obviously I'm trying my best too, but with the longer the club, the longer it gets. And if I can shorten that driver a little bit and keep it just short of parallel, I'll probably hit it a lot straighter. And you saw just under pressure there at the end, snap hooking that one on 15 out of bounds. I'm sure that I just got a little bit long, and yeah, if I can keep it a little bit shorter, a bit more width, that probably stays in the rough, and I wouldn't have to go in a 5-hole playoff.
So overall, you were happy with your performance out here this week?
Yeah, really happy. I mean, you asked me a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I'd be a PGA Tour winner and have 300 more FedEx Cup points and be in a position that, you know, isn't 160 on the FedEx Cup. I'm super happy, and so grateful, and yeah.
Can't let you go before asking about the Euro Cup. I'm sorry, but did you find out on the golf course the score when it happened? Or
Yeah, I walked off 9, and a fan said 2-1 to Spain.
Does this ease the pain a little bit?
Yeah.
It's not a
I'm not the
convincing yes.
biggest football fan in the world, but I get behind my country when they're playing, and I'm sure they gave it their best, and hopefully we can get a trophy in the near future.
Well, you gave it your best and you got your trophy, so congratulations, Henry. Well
Thank you very much. Thank you.
What is your next event? Your next event is?
If not Barracuda, then the 3M, but it depends on the baby.